Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play more Ring of Pain, because I'm still a bit obsessed with this game, and I've been particularly obsessed with actually getting a win. I mean, kind of makes sense. Just playing it and seeing all the crazy combinations that happen is fun enough, and I keep seeing new stuff and unlocking more things. So there's still a lot more to see in that regard, but actually defeating the boss would be nice for a change. And I have been trying a number of different things. It has actually occurred to me in the meantime that my previous idea of having knockback or knockback and freeze combined, I guess, really either knockback or freeze can carry you to the end game, but I don't think either will work against Owl, because Owl's special attack, We've seen that kind of special attack go off even after knocking the enemy back, so I would still take the damage. So that's not actually a way to fight Owl, I think. So I still need some other way to actually remotely damage the boss. And so I've been relying on this spiritual mask a lot, which is nice, but of course it's extremely random. However, I have then recently picked up an item, this consumable here, Soul Spill, which is actually a first tier item, so it's not considered that powerful. But what it does is it spends all souls, and each one deals 1 soul damage to a random creature. I mean, that's kind of neat, you might think, and I have been thinking, but then I suddenly had this epiphany. Actually, on some run, and I don't think I did that on camera. No, I think that was before that. Before I actually started recording. I had one run where I was just accumulating souls, because there's another consumable, a higher tier one, that converts souls, that spends all your souls and it gives you random stats, like one random stat up for every 30 souls spent. And I ended the game, or I reached the final floor with, using a Frost build, of course, reached up with over 1,000 souls. So that got me a lot of stat ups, which was nice, but obviously it didn't help me win the game. However, this one here could actually reliably one-shot the boss, if there is nothing protecting Owl from being killed in the first phase. But why would there be, right? Now I've been trying for a few dozen runs, most of them extremely short, because I was just rushing through the first couple floors, seeing if I could get the run started, get the items I needed, and that's why it was a lot of runs, but only very few made it really anywhere. And this is the first one where I actually got like the perfect items, really the only items I'll ever need if this works out. I have the tiara. I think that was actually a free gift from Owl, ironically, his own undoing, as it were. I have the mask, which is technically not required, but it is nice to have. And I don't really know. I mean, technically, I really only need the tiara, then enough speed to outspeed everything, and some amount of attack, so I can actually kill stuff. Although even that is kind of optional. And then, of course, I needed to find this, which is rarer than you might think, considering it's a tier 1 item, but there's just no reliable source for those. They just lie around randomly, and they never appear in chests, they're not in shops. So ironically, these one-time consumables, which are not typically what are gonna, they're not typically gonna be run changers, game changers. Except, I guess, in this very particular setup that I'm envisioning. These are some of the rarest items and some of the most unreliable, actually the most unreliable to get. Because no amount of farming and of trying to open every chest and getting as many souls as possible is going to give you any more of those, as far as I can tell. So this was extremely lucky to find, and of course I'm fully expecting to now just make a stupid mistake and throw this, but I mean, I have decent speed already. I'm still pretty early in the game. I'm not entirely sure what floor this is. Actually, I can look it up. Oh, well, I mean, yeah. So I'm maybe a third through, which is still pretty early. And I have the tiara. I don't have a lot of damage, but, well, I can hopefully start stacking the stats that I need now, and obviously not spending any souls. So I guess I never really fully explained, but is probably pretty obvious anyway. So the idea is that I make it to the final floor, abusing the overpoweredness of freezing everything, and there I just kill as many enemies as possible, ideally up to the point where Owl stops to summon more stuff, and that's the point where hopefully I will have like 1,000 souls or more. Actually, if I really don't spend anything, and there's no reason to spend anything at this point, so I should easily have that much and more. So I just spend 1,000 souls, and those 1,000 points of damage are gonna be distributed among 5 enemies plus Owl, and that should mean that Owl is gonna take, well, easily enough damage to be killed, to be one-shot basically. So I hope I can make that work. I think it's a pretty safe bet as long as I make it to the final floor. So again, in before I just screw up and squander this, I don't know, 1 in 100 runs opportunity. Okay. Oh, I'm okay. Taking spitting damage, but I can't deal with this guy until he retransforms. I could shuffle and oh god, there are 2 spitters. Well, there's a good chance I'll end up closer to one of them. Oh, like so. Blew something up in the background there. Multiple things actually. Did I? Okay, I guess I did kill both spitters. This guy's gonna transform back, allowing me to kill him. Meanwhile, I snipe the other enemies on the map. Well, most of them anyway. Okay, he just transformed, so... Nice. Another floor down. Obviously, we're not going to pick up anything else, because since I do require this consumable, which does count as taking up an inventory slot, I now have all the items that I can ever wield, or the freezing is not going to work anymore. So, yeah. But again, it's I mean, the beauty of it is that I really don't need any more. I do need more stats, though. I want to reach, well, at least, what was it, like 20? I think final form of Owl has 20 speed, although I guess I never need to attack him directly. In fact, I can't. So, but still, there are some very fast enemies, and I absolutely cannot afford to ever not outspeed an enemy. So. Yes. Oh no, spitter. Okay, that's fine. Fine, actually. No! God damn it. Okay, I mean, that's not gonna kill me, but that was really stupid. That was absolutely avoidable damage. Oh no. Not like this. Come on, man. I'm not gonna go there. That's a dangerous floor. Well, let's visit our friend. The friendly neighborhood owl. Because he usually has potions around. Unfortunately, they're sometimes cursed like this one. Actually, they pretty often are. It's just random. Right, I'm not fast enough to actually kill him here, which would be ideal. In fact, yeah, I'm not really that far off, but... Well, God, I'm so tempted to drink this potion for a possible 4 healing. Or take 6 damage instead, bringing me down to 1. Whew, oh god, I'm so nervous. Yeah, it would be really helpful to kill all along the way to reduce his max health for the final boss. Although it shouldn't be necessary. I mean, I haven't really done the math, but even if he's not damaged at all, he has 500 health in the final boss fight. So I need to have... Let's assume I end up with around 1,000 souls. So the rest of the enemies combined cannot have more than 500 health, right? And I will kill him. But there really aren't that many healthy enemies, and I think I've seen him summoning enemies when there were like 5 of them left. So and each of those is easily gonna have less than 100 health. So that should work out. So I don't technically need to damage Owl beforehand. But if I can, of course, if I can safely fight him and kill him, I absolutely will. And there might be more opportunities. No, thank you, I don't want that. Let's see here. What do we have? Got one of those guys. I forget how fast those are. Okay, not that fast. So I can deal with them. Let's heal. Oh, yeah. I did not notice the spitter here. But thankfully, that was okay. Okay, I can safely fight you, yes. This will give me more speed at the cost of everything else, but probably worth it. I mean, I'm basically dealing almost minimum damage guaranteed now until I can get some more attack, which I can here. Yeah, actually, that worked out pretty nicely. So I'll just move on. So 17 speed. That's pretty good. That's right. Spitter. Do I move toward him? I mean, I will need to eventually, unless I hope to. Oh, okay, that works. Just blowing him up remotely. I don't need to deal with this guy because I absolutely would like to. Oh, do that, for example. Okay, I mean, I absolutely love when my enemies just explode for me. I am faster than snakes, so no danger of getting poisoned from those. Soulcraft, huh? Oh, well, obviously I cannot use that. Never mind. I was thinking, hey, if there's some expensive item here on this floor, or does this work? Yeah, that's explicitly for equipped items, right? There's another thing that destroys an item like on the floor in the dungeon or a chest for half its value, but yeah, since I cannot just swap consumables or use one from the ground, unfortunately, and I absolutely will not get rid of my current consumable. Yeah, I cannot do that. Anyway, this is a free one, so I'll just get some extra health, I guess, just as a safety buffer. This is gonna give me attack. You will die. Your intimidation does not work on me. There are potions here, so, well, did take the risk, and it didn't pay off. Oh well, almost full. Right, this is Chills, which is the one special form that I can't really deal with. At least not reliably, so not doing that. Obviously we don't want anything, but I will take the potion. Okay. Alright, Spitter is already damaged? No, actually he's not. Not at all. More speed, huh? Yeah, I absolutely want to have more than 20 speed. Which I do now, so that's good. This is one of these guys. Oh, and I did actually take care of this Spitter in the meantime. Very good. So, just double checking. I could visit the darkness. Not really sure if that does anything for me. I'm not going to. So I'm not entirely sure if that takes away... If that's just completely free, those kinds of floors, those event floors. If those are completely free, or if they... you basically get less normal floors for picking those. You probably don't, because the normal floors are numbered, so actually you almost certainly still get all the normal floors in addition to those. So I guess there's really no reason ever to not take them, just in case they do something. Oh, these guys. Yeah, these are the ones with... No, actually no, they're not. They're not the ones with the absolutely ridiculous health, or armor, I should say. It's just that my attack is a bit lackluster. I mean, this is free, there's no reason not to at least check. Oh, here's the Soul Torch. I would like to take this, I would like to be able to take this and still, you know, do my run, but unfortunately, I can't. I mean, it's just an inferior version of the mask that I have. Unless you're in a situation where you want to have more than 5 items equipped. Is there healing? There is unreliable healing. Uh-oh. I would like the extra attack boost, though. Come on. Unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. That was a bit greedy there, I admit it. Okay, a quick approach. These are those... yeah, that's the one with those enemies that I'm not entirely sure how they work. So, while these special forces tend to have a lot of loot, and a lot of souls to be gained... Oh god, I need to grab every advantage that I can, of course, but at the same time, this is a risk. Because I'm not entirely sure how to not take damage from them. I'm gonna risk it. What the heck? Quick approach. Maybe I can figure it out. I mean, hopefully I can. First of all, I'm gonna start attacking this guy. Yeah, okay. So, lunging spine. Well, actually, that's not a turtle at all, as I thought. It's just literally a neck with a spine. Can I see what it does? Not really. Okay, now I can see that it's next action. If remaining one position away, lunge to attack you and any creature it passes. If remaining one position away. So, in other words, okay, if I... No? Yes. So, the way to avoid that is to intentionally move close to it. Close the gap. So it's not going to do the thing, except there are two of them. That sucks. Okay. Interesting. But can I not actually just go back and forth? They're going to kill each other like that? Okay. Meanwhile, there's also this thing. Breathless Snare. What does he do? Moves towards me. But I am faster, so... And those spines, I thought they actually moved toward you, but they remain stationary. You just need to. You can't stand one tile away from them, basically, or they're gonna remotely attack you. But they're actually safe to fight. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is, well, apparently deal with this guy first. But I was thinking, oh hey, there are really not that many enemies to deal with. But it's just that I hadn't actually seen or revealed most of them. Okay, so we can absolutely deal with this big guy, and in fact, he's going to take so many attacks to kill that there's a good chance that I'll just smite, well, a bunch of other enemies, but not nearly all of them. Okay. There's the upgrade. Huh. Yeah, again, oh no, actually, never mind. Again, in this case, I was momentarily thinking that, you know, if only I could use items without picking them up, just off the ground. But of course, I do not want to spend my souls. That's kind of, again, the entire point. So, actually, hold on. I want to approach this guy, trigger the other one, step away. Wait. How did I... Oh, I didn't. That's how. Oh no. Wait. Hold on. Huh? Oh, okay, I'm still considered one position away. That makes sense. Do I mean, if I shuffle now, there's a good chance that I'll end up in front of one of them. Which would allow me to obviously kill it. So long as I'm not also in the range of another who will then stab me to death because I'm so low on health. Oh god, this is a risk, but I would like to kill them for the souls and to be able to, I guess, look at the loot there just in case. It's not gonna, actually that, I don't need to do that at all, but... Okay, this is ideal because they are not actually going to attack me in melee. Yeah, that was absolutely a gamble that I didn't need to do, but okay. Yeah, Frostbite, Bright Jewel. I mean, I technically could replace the mask. I mean, the soul damage is nice. Always crit on frozen creatures. I mean, with my relatively low damage, that would actually help a lot in killing the thing that I'm actually actively fighting. And in the final round against Owl, I absolutely want to kill things as fast as possible. I don't want to stand there chipping away at some creature's health. I absolutely cannot afford to do that. So, actually, this is gonna further reduce my max health. It does give me even more speed that I don't need, but the speed that I could potentially trade off for maybe more attack power in the future. Plus the considerable damage boost to frozen things. I think that's the right choice in this case. Maybe. I guess we'll see. Well, there are still a few floors to go through, so... Okay, well, let's see it in action. Oh, we have an amalgamation. Okay, those are actually more dangerous than I give them credit for, because not only will they accumulate health, actually all their stats go up as they absorb more enemies, and that includes speed, so they will eventually vastly outspeed me, at which point, of course, I cannot fight them anymore. So, that is dangerous, needless to say. Oh god, and there's also... Okay, this one's actually going to be absorbed by the amalgam, so not a problem. But this is cold-blooded, gains attack and defense when frozen. Oh. Wait. I thought I saw when, on those few occasions, maybe like 1 or 2 occasions where I encountered these while on a freeze build. I thought it said, like, resisted? Oh, you know what? That's probably just what it says. I thought it meant that they had a chance to not get frozen, but in fact, trying to freeze them will always benefit them. That makes a lot of sense. Thankfully, the amalgam is gonna take care of that for me. That being said, how tough are you? 13 speed. I mean, I should be okay, probably. Yes, just barely. So I can still deal with this one. Crit. Still only critting for 1, though. Because unfortunately it seems like... Well, okay, first of all he has 15 armor, so maybe not. But it absolutely might be. Also, I absolutely should have gone after that thief, if I had... And I would have if I had noticed him. Okay. It absolutely might be that critical hits are... Or the damage from crits is calculated after taking the normal damage I would deal into account. No, actually that can't be, right? Because then I would always deal 2 damage at least. So it's just that my crit damage is 14. I'm guessing it's just double damage. And that's still less than, less than the enemy's armor, so... Okay. I think I want to give myself a bit more health. Target dummy. Can't use you. Do these also have... Yeah, they have exactly 14. And I'm dealing even less damage now. Oh, this is not ideal. This might not actually work out. We'll see. We'll see. If I get super lucky, maybe. Also, well... Later game enemies do give more souls, of course, so... Being only at 500 now doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not gonna be at 1,000 when I get to the final floor. Also, potions don't do anything. Oh god. Well, this absolutely might not work out, but, you know, if it doesn't, that doesn't mean that this kind of run, this kind of build, can't work. Really? Wait. No, why does this one only take 1 damage from my attacks? How much damage? Okay. I do deal exactly 12 to an enemy without armor. So a crit does appear to deal exactly 200% damage. Which is kind of what I assumed. exactly what I assumed. Now, why does this guy not take 4 damage? Huh. I don't know. That doesn't seem to make sense to me, but I guess I'll just have to accept it. Unless there is something special? No, there isn't. Huh. Oh, he's finally dead. Okay, not transforming yet. Yeah, again, only 6 armor, but... Huh, this is so weird. There's something not very straightforward about how this is calculated, but well, nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Actually, is there a strength up here? There is. Okay. It's extra 2 strength. Oh, wait. Hold on. I never fully understood how these work, either. Next action, steal souls. So they steal souls somehow, and they will eventually like explode and deal damage at a range. Huh. But I've only ever encountered them at a point where I was able to freeze them or kill them quickly enough that they weren't a problem. So there never was a need to understand how they work. But of course, eventually I'll encounter one where I'm not able to freeze them or, you know, otherwise stop them from doing what they're doing, and yeah. I guess that's when I'm gonna learn how it works, when they kill me with it. Well, there's Owl again, which I will be able to deal with now. Very, very slowly, 1 damage at a time, apparently. Because that's just what it is. I could go to this one. No. Actually, the thing is, at this point, yeah, I will need more. I will absolutely need more souls. So of course I could use the item, you know, before I dealt with most of the enemies. So long as their combined health is and their health and ours combined is gonna be is not more than the souls I have, I will still win. And even if it is, I could still get lucky and win, because it's not evenly distributed. It's random. So yeah. Anyway, going here. Nice little reprieve. Hey, Owl. How's it going? Okay. You have 5 armor. And now all of a sudden... Okay, wait. This is weird. So, I guess what's actually happening is that your damage... Your enemy armor is actually subtracted from your attack first, and then you crit. Because, obviously, I have 8 attack, he has 5 armor, so I deal 3 damage normally, and it's doubled to 6. Except, I don't deal 2 damage, because I guess that's just a pity point of damage that you're allowed to deal against things that have more armor than your attack. So you're never in a situation where you literally cannot damage an enemy. Which would be extremely unfortunate, of course. But the game is still aware that that's not a regular point of damage, but it's handled specially in such a way that you're not even allowed to crit with it. Okay, we have a spitter back there, we have guys approaching from here, we have an amorphous mass, we have a stat increase that I probably don't even want. Or do I? No, because it's almost guaranteed. I wish I could see beforehand what it reduces or by how much. Well, its reduction is only by 1, but or by how much it increases stats. The thing is, I don't need more speed. I would pick health in this situation, but I don't want to reduce my attack further. In fact, I'm absolutely hoping to find at least a little bit more attack power before this is over. Okay, there's one of those soul absorbers in the back. Okay, we have attack here, which obviously I'm gonna pick, yes. Uh-oh. I still cannot move past this guy. With the spitter in the way, oh, that's a problem. Okay. That could actually be a problem. Well, let's heal a little bit. Try to approach that guy from the other side. Can freeze him. Okay. I mean, at least now I'm dealing 2 damage to some of these things that were only taking 1 before. That's definitely an improvement. Still not amazing though. Well, I mean, I guess I'll visit the Reprieve again. Owl's not gonna be home. Although it would be nice if he were. Thanks for the 2 points of healing. Okay, not seeing anything particularly nasty for now. Except there's a spitter. There's attack power. Okay, whew. That was lucky. There's a full heal. Oh boy. My poor nerves. Yeah, this guy's still only taking 1 damage, but those are the ones with the ridiculous defense, of course. Okay, let's take a look, just in case, you know, you never know. No, not interested. Okay, suffocate spell. No, actually just a consumable, never mind. Oh, perfect timing. Thank you, sir. Okay. I mean, almost 800 souls. That's definitely pretty good, and there's 1 more floor to go. So 1,000 souls might not be out of the question. How can I trust you? May not trust inherently. In time, you'll find it's meant to be. Okay, thanks. I could grab more attack. I probably should. It's 5 more. Yes, I mean, absolutely. There's a full heal. If I need it. Okay, it's 1 down. I want to make sure. Oh, hey, Juggernaut. Okay, reduce piercing by 1 and 5 armor. Actually, no, never mind. I was actually thinking. Yeah, no. Since freezing damage doesn't help me against Owl on the final floor. But again, why do I start talking before even thinking for like a 1/10 of a second about the things that sometimes come to my mind as I see items? Because in the past I've been thinking, I mean, I could use the freeze build just to reach the final floor, but then have some sort of backup on hand somehow. I don't know. For the final floor itself, where, you know, since I can't freeze Owl, and if I'm strong enough otherwise and have maybe other items complementing the tiara, that on the final floor itself I could just pick up more stuff if I find something good. you know, or even on the, maybe not even on the final floor, but close to the final floor, so long as I have other means to deal with enemies. And maybe pick up some things that I could actually use against Owl. You know, so I would deactivate the freezing effect from the tiara, but you know, ideally at that point I would not need it anymore. That was my line of thinking. There's the final form. I mean, it's tempting, but obviously at this point it's kind of a trap. Okay, that's done. There's one more, right? I'm gonna make sure there's no need to rush. Okay. Steel Souls, next action, okay. Well, not if I can stop it, and thankfully I can. Yeah, so I don't trust this at all. Okay, well, let's unweb one more. Deal with this guy. Key. No, thank you. Drink some potions because why not? Just to calm my nerves. I'm sure potions are alcohol-based, right? Oh god. This might work, or it might not. We've seen this before. There's Owl. He is damaged. He's down to 375, even though you can barely read it. Okay. Actually, what is this effect? Absorbent. If attacked creature absorbs one random item. Right. Unless you freeze them. Yeah, I don't think I've ever fought one of these on a non-freezing build. Doing that would absolutely suck. Never really thought about that. Okay, we have a bunch of blockers, and these I need to take out ASAP. Actually, I can, well... The thing with these guys is even when they're frozen, they're still gonna block you. Oh no. Huh. Hey. I'm screwed, aren't I? This is exactly what I was thinking about. Exactly what I was afraid of. I can't even survive a single attack from this guy. Well, I mean, I'm obviously not gonna just risk sneaking past. Just on the off chance. So what I'm gonna do is fire up the spell. I mean, I have 931. I could do the math. I only need 375 of those to actually attack Owl. Or, you know, actually only 370 because I can attack him for 5 damage. He did not take nearly as much damage as he needed to. That is very unfortunate. Wait, it didn't actually spend all my souls. No, never mind, it did. Hey, I will survive one of that guy's attacks. He randomly jumped. Oh, because he went to phase 2, of course. Okay. Well... drink that. This sucks so much. How can I avoid that? How do you avoid that? No matter what I do, I'm dead. Unless I get lucky. There's no way. I guess I... Unless killing the... Is it... Okay. It's the enemy blowing up, right? Area of effect. Damage incoming to this position. Yeah, no, the game tells me if I attack this guy, I'm dead because this guy is also attacking. Son of a... So close. I mean, I have to, right? See, the only thing that is not guaranteed to kill me is trying to sneak past this guy. There is a 32% chance. He spotted me, I'm dead. Freaking whatever, man. Ugh. Am I ever going to actually get these items again in this combination? I mean, yes, of course, but oh, so unfortunate. I mean, looking back, I guess I could have survived a little bit longer. The thing is, I still don't know exactly how that final round works. How you avoid those bombardments. It's ridiculous to me that they happen, that you only have 2 turns to get away. So you absolutely cannot even take a single action. You have to move twice to the side to avoid that blast. And if there's an enemy, you have to try to run past it or have a way to reliably sneak past, which there really aren't all that many ways. But if you don't have that, what do you do? What's the alternative? Unless killing whatever is in that position actually does stop the damage from happening. And I was just unlucky that I once again had a Crooked Bloombird, who's one of those few enemies that attack you while you're not attacking them. Yeah, so if I had moved to the right instead toward those slimes, maybe I would have been able to attack the whatever it was in the rightmost position, in the right exploding position. God, I wish I could just roll back just to experiment with this. The problem is, right? I mean, yes, that's the entire idea, of course, that you have one shot, that there's permadeath. That's what makes it so exciting. But only getting to the actual final boss, the final encounter, which is infinitely more complex than every other encounter before, because there are just things going on that you have not experienced beforehand. So, and then you get one shot to try and figure out how it even works in the first place, and hope that you have the correct set of items to even be theoretically able to deal with it. I mean, yeah, I could just look up spoilers. In fact, I don't know, depending on how many views these videos end up getting, people might just give me those spoilers, give me those helpful tips, or not, I don't know. But, well, I mean, I guess for the time being, I'm not looking up the solution. I am gonna try this. I'm absolutely gonna keep trying. Living Corset, that looks disgusting. I'm absolutely going to try the same approach again. So I feel like, well, I'm sure that absolutely could have worked. I mean, Owl was significantly damaged. There were just more enemies around. I mean, ultimately, if I had killed 100 and what was he left with? 150 or so, 120 enemies worth of health more before being forced to fire off the spell, I could have, I might have killed him, right? I mean, is that math off? Maybe it is. Maybe it's just that the damage gets distributed and some creatures take more damage than they have health. I was kind of hoping that it would just like shoot 1 damage at a time and stop targeting an enemy once it's dead, but maybe that's not how it works. Maybe it just takes all that damage, distributes it randomly among all the enemies, and then, you know, some are gonna be massively overkilled, and some, like that extremely tanky boss, is just not gonna take enough damage. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there were just so many enemies that all the damage combined was not enough. Because obviously not only Owl survived, but several of them. Anyway, okay. Enough rambling. This was still amazing, of course, needless to say. Again, I think it's proven that it could absolutely work. It's just, you know, unfortunate that you need to have this. Well, it's mostly unfortunate. I mean, the tiara is just a matter of getting the tiara early is just a matter of, I don't know, resetting, and if you're not finding it within the first 2 floors. And there are plenty of opportunities for it, right? It's a tier 1 item. You have plenty of free chests, and you can reroll them once for free. and then a few more times for very cheap. So that is, you're guaranteed to get a tiara on the first 2 floors within like 5 minutes if you just keep resetting. However, the consumable, which I forget what it was called, that one is just, yeah, there's just no way to improve your odds at all. So that one's the real problem in this, with this very specific build. Anyway, okay, that was fun. Obviously, it would have been way more fun if I had actually won, but well, maybe next time. Yeah, okay, enough rambling. I hope you enjoyed this one. I mean, it should have been interesting if nothing else. So yeah, if you did, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye. And it's me again. You may have noticed that the video is actually a little bit longer than this, because, well, I had fully intended on ending the video there, but afterwards it, you know, I've been thinking that it ended up a little bit on the short side, at least compared to the first 2 episodes. And, you know, if I was going to record it, release it as a standalone video in place of one of my regular uploads, you know, it seemed a bit short, and so I've been thinking about maybe just recording another short run, or just, you know, the latter half of a run perhaps, and add that onto it just to make the video a little bit beefier. And instead, I just, you know, was playing some games casually by myself without planning to record. And when, you know, I suddenly realized, well, not suddenly, but eventually realized that the run was actually potentially going somewhere. So I decided to record pretty late into the run, hence why it's only a relatively short clip that I'm going to add to this. But it is somewhat relevant to the first part of this video. So even without any commentary, I hope it's going to be interesting enough. Yeah. So without further ado, I will add that clip, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. And bye-bye again.